Hi guys, we're here today with Dizzy Kramer, and we want to learn a little bit more and hear about your season, Dizzy. So let's start off with, can you tell us a little bit about you and where you live and what you do and all that kind of fun stuff?
All right. My name's Dyzzy Kramer. I'm a nurse practitioner. I specialize in geriatrics. I'm a mother of a teenager boy.
Wow.
I live in North Aurora, married to Jeff. Um, been training with Christine for over 2 seasons. Done a lot of things,
Crazy.
more
crazy,
than I can imagine.
crazy.
Done a few half Ironmans. She's been asking me to do a full, but not gonna bite that bait. But it's been really an amazing year, and the past year as well. I can't compare it. I mean, my training has been really phenomenal. You don't think that you've done enough, but I mean, it's go time. It's go time, and I always think that I always feel I was trained. I was well trained, highly educated, what I'm supposed to do from top to bottom, um, including my nutrition, my sleep, my rest, my stretching, and really balance everything. If you get sick, you get sick. I mean, there are times, there are days that you don't want to feel the workout, but when you see Christine's workout, and you just think about her face and how she interacts with you, it's like, how can you say no to this workout?
You never say no to a workout.
It's like, all right, 4 hours in the bike. I guess I can do that. I
nothing.
can do that easy. So,
So tell us a little bit about how did you get in the sport, and were you an athlete in high school, or what's your background?
never played sports until around 2002,
Okay.
when my son was young, and I was a new mom, and weight is creeping up, and want to do something healthy. Don't want to gain weight. I refuse to buy clothes that are bigger than I was wearing, so I had to do something. So I started running,
Wow.
5Ks, then move up to 10Ks,
Yeah.
then some half marathons. Did my first full marathon in 2005 in Portland. That was the course that was open for 9 hours. That was really, so no confidence at all to finish that marathon. In less than, but
But that says a lot about you to just decide you're going to do something and then just go flip and do it. I love that.
yes, I did. I took my whole family there, and they were praying for me that I would finish the marathon.
And you did, right?
I did, and I still have the calendar right next to my treadmill about that training, because I was
Really?
working second shift, and
Wow.
I do my treadmill exercise after my second shift. So there were times that I would be done working out at 4 a.m.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, so mostly indoor, because it was, I had a young kid working second shift, and I can't leave him in the morning, and because he's so young. So that was all the sacrifice I had to make. And then it got easier when he got bigger. You can leave him in daycare. So, and then I just loved running. Then I met a friend. In fact, she was a clinical instructor at NIU. Told me that I should try the Naperville triathlon,
Okay.
and I did it with my mountain bike.
Wow.
No training. I thought I was a good swimmer. I almost drowned in the pool. That was not a good, that was not a good start for triathlon. But then, I realized that everybody was faster in the bike, and I blamed it on the bike. Immediately, I bought a hybrid bike. So that was, I moved up a little bit.
From a mountain bike.
Yes, yeah. So I've done a few sprint triathlons before. I met another friend that told me I can do a half Ironman.
And?
So
then-
that was in Boulder.
Okay.
It's not a good one.
And how did it go?
It was like after, like almost 8 hour half.
Oh, but
Um,
that's awesome for your first half.
Yes, but I didn't feel good. You
Right.
didn't feel confident at that time, towing in at the start line. Unlike training with you, that you're just so confident. Okay, you've done your training when you start, and you just have that, state of mind that you can do it. You have that confidence.
And too, Dizzy, I think it's because your tenacity to work out. Like, you get the workouts in and you do it 100%. And that consistency that you have over years, is what makes you such a stronger athlete every single year and every single month.
Yeah, but I always remind some of the girls and Girls Gone Try that we all have other responsibilities aside from our training. Um, you do your best to squeeze in all your workout. 90% is really good.
Right.
Don't
Right.
kill
And,
yourself.
and if you're not missing workouts,
right,
you're doing something wrong.
right, and then I listened to you this year. Put your time in the bike. Put your time in the bike in the winter, and that's very that's the key to this year. Then and you told me that, and you told me to be patient in 2 years, because the first year was okay, and you said you'll get it in 2 years. And my second year, yes,
So let's talk about your second year because it's so fun. Well, first off, let's just sort of revamp your first year.
it was just a base. Like, I think it was just like an assessment, a gauge, and what I can do, and
the confidence and the race experience. So then you have all that race experience. I think that you really go you go into those races with such a different feeling.
right, yes, like you just go in there, you bring your bike, you just
It's
right.
fun. It's not all or nothing the rest of your
Right,
life based on
right,
one
yeah.
day. When your first race, I think there's the racing group. So for those of you not from our area, we have a group of wonderful women, 20, who Dyzzy is now one of our great leaders of, who do their first half Ironman every year. And when you go into that and you've put 9 months of training in, it's just that one day can be very stressful.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I really agree.
But when you take back, and then it's your, how many halves have you done now? Anytime you have to think about it, it's a lot. It's just
7
another
half Ironmans.
That's when you can really enjoy it.
Right, and then your goal is to really improve your time,
right,
and stay healthy, and and stay fit, and that's really my goal. I'm not a fast runner, but every year I improve my running.
Significantly.
My half marathon is really fast, and New York marathon, so 5:04 was and that's fast for me. And amazingly, I felt great. I was not half dead at that. Walked 4 miles to my hotel.
Oh my goodness! So let's talk about the New York Marathon. So New York Marathon is lottery. Correct? You got into the lottery?
I got into the lottery.
Got into the lottery. So if you're not in the running community, to run the New York Marathon is a big honor. Sort of, similar to doing Boston or something like that. You can't just decide to do it. You have to go through a process. So what was it like running downtown New York City?
I've never been to New York before, so that was my first time. We started in Staten Island. It's point A to point B. Right at the get-go, when you get out from Staten Island, you run through that bridge, and just the adrenaline, just like like nobody speaks English. You feel like you're in a foreign place, like lots of French, lots of European people.
Wow.
Just like in the surge of energy, just push you towards Central Park, where the end was, and I felt so good, and just having a great moment. Like, what Christine always tells us, just have a great time, focus on your nutrition, pace yourself, because the whole time most of my long runs were zone 2, and I really told my friends that, I think, the zone 2 training really make me like a stronger runner.
Yeah.
It's frustrating sometimes when I was running 20, 18 miles, and you're in a zone 2. But I think you just have to discipline yourself. It's training. When you're in zone 2, it's training. But when you're in a race, your heart still is pumping up there, but it's not killing you. You can still just keep pushing yourself.
And you really can push yourself too. It's fun to look at those files and see that, right?
Yes. I think, and you always give me feedback about my long runs, how awesome I am.
You are awesome.
So, I think this key thing, train smart.
Train smart.
Right, and really be patient. It's your first year training. You really have to just focus on your plan and really discipline. And part of it is I know you tend to be, some of you guys are runners, or just that you've done this before, but it's doing a triathlon, a long distance triathlon. There's so many components involved.
So dynamic,
right?
And
yeah.
It's so changing.
Yeah.
It can be so complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So many pieces of that puzzle just have to really fit together well.
Yeah, and then my last half Ironman was Steelhead, and I did really good in that one. My goal was to do under 7 hours, and I did it. And I really did it. Yes, and felt really good the whole time.
And to take what, an hour off your time. To take an hour off a half Ironman is such a feat.
Right.
So where was the most? And then just to look at just every single thing.
I think my swim was good compared to last year.
And that was a harder swim than last year.
Right, and my bike was really...
Your bike was awesome.
Right, and then my run is much better than last year. And, it was incredible. And I was like in seventh heaven, like for a week. And just looking at my time. I keep looking at my time and just like, wow, and comparing 2014 and 2015. So, thank you,
It was
Coach.
a really breakthrough year. It's all you, girlfriend. It's all you doing that work and putting it in and giving back. You're so good at giving back to...
I wish I could give more. Unfortunately, work gets in the way. But if you guys, wants to do anything with me, let me know. I'll be happy to train with you guys. I love training in a group and help out. Like Christine found me in the pool. I can barely swim, and she introduced.
I picked you up.
Yeah, that's how we met, in the pool. So she felt bad for me.
If Donna and Teresa are watching this, I picked them up in the hot tub. So, but then look how many people you've brought into the group.
Oh, I wish I could bring more in.
I know, but
it's like you girls are doing the right thing. Being in a group, training, having that support. It's really crucial.
And interacting. I love this year. I think the message board. I love that when you have a question, ask it of the group, because I think it's really interesting. I would sometimes answer something one way, and I try to ping in as much as I can too, but I love hearing when you post something and when somebody else posts something, and you get all this experience. There's never one answer or never one right way to do so. I mean, some things there are, and we're really specific about them, but a lot of times what running shorts don't I shave or blah, 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 it's like so fun to have that group and have all those ideas from so many people and to have all that support.
That's right.
So what are you going to do next year? We need to talk about this.
Help me, girls. Let's get
So tell us everything. What do you want to...
I want to do the same. I want to race with the girls and Racine.
Yes.
It's so close to home, and and Steelhead. Thinking of, there's a new race. It's in Iowa. I'm just kidding.
Iowa.
Isn't it Iowa, Ohio? Ohio.
Yeah, August 30th.
It's too close right now, but I'll be training.
Yeah.
I'll be training, but so you guys can train for racing, and hopefully last minute you can join Steelhead.
Yes, and you know what? I think that we probably didn't put that out. I didn't put that out there enough. I didn't want anybody else to sort of have it on their mind.
I think
about
like
Steelhead.
Linda Glenn this year, last minute she wanted to
decided
train.
to do Steelhead, and it was a really positive thing.
Right, yeah.
So if anybody's doing racing, keep it in the back of your mind that it's one of those races you need to decide about 2 weeks out if you're going to do it, to make sure you get a slot. So it did fill up last year on race day. So you had a lot of people had to show up on race day to register, but you just sort of recover. You race Racine, and 2 weeks later you recover, just do some little runs, and then you can race again. It's so nice to have that confidence and that ability. You've already done all that work to just go enjoy it one more day. Steelhead is a phenomenal race. The swim can be a little sketchy. It can get canceled, but that's why we don't do it as our primary race. But I think that's really good. I think Ohio would be really fun to check out. It's not optimal.
Yeah.
But how about marathons?
Hoping to get into Chicago this year. I want to get the legacy because I already done 4 Chicago marathons, and I want to really, want to do. I really want to beat my time for Chicago and just gauge.
So how do you compare Chicago Marathon to New York City Marathon? It's about the same amount of people, right? Aren't they both like 40,000? Is New York?
It's like 50 some thousand.
New York or
Yeah.
Chicago? Okay,
New York is bigger.
Oh, wow.
But you got a lot of things to do before and after. In fact, I got yelled the day before.
Yes, you
Because
did.
I walked.
Don't
No,
put out,
Joe.
if you do it.
Joe did. Joe got yelled at. Sorry, Joe. But I think it's a good challenge. But it's hard to get in. I've heard it's hard to get into New York. That was my first try in the lotto, and I get in this year. So, but it's not really. I had a decent hotel price, and airfare was $150.
Oh, seriously?
$150.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Yeah, but Chicago would be a good one.
Are you going to take your own personal most awesome blossom photographer on the planet?
She loves New York, and I happened to ask her, about New York because her brother lived there. She's, are you kidding me? It's my favorite place on earth. So Jill guide me to New York. So we're kind of like pros now in New York. So.
She took phenomenal pictures once again.
Right, and she's planning to be in Racine.
Yay!
So I'll
Yes.
I'll hold up for Jill, but she's gonna be an awesome
supporter. Jill, if you ever need pictures, Jill rocks.
And Jill's
100%.
gonna train for Naperville Spring.
Awesome.
She needs a coach.
We can arrange that. She's got skills. So what else?
I think I forgot to tell you girls that with nutrition, follow your nutrition. Like when you're running and you're biking, don't change anything. Whatever works for you. Gatorade. The goo. That really helped. Believe it or not, I consume so many goos and half Ironman because that's the only thing I can tolerate. I don't want to try other things.
Well, and I think that's what's go back to that race experience. That's what's so fun about going and doing it, because now you have your plan. Like, it's cookie cutter, right? Like, you know what time you show up, you know what time you transition, you know how your transition's set up, you know what your nutrition is on the bike. And when you have all that dialed in, it's so much more fun. Like, there's no guesswork, right? You're not going to say, I'm going to try gummy bears today. No, nothing.
Not a race day.
Not on race day. So that's why it's going to be so fun with all of our new athletes this year to dial in. Start with our blanket. This is what works for most people, and then does it work for you?
Like the nutrition trainings should start like in our big event, like the Great Western Half Marathon.
Oh yeah,
that would be a big day for you to test your nutrition, and whatever works out, then stick to it, because that's what I did. Yeah. And I feel like. And I know during training, I try not to eat much. I try to train my body, but on race day, I was kind of scared. It's like maybe I should just stick to the 4 mile 1 go.
Yeah. So how about this, Dizzy? How do you think all your training and what you've done and how you've changed, you've done so much, has affected everybody else in your life? Okay, I tossed that because I
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
answer.
Sorry. Well, my husband started running in
And
April.
rock star, right?
Yes.
He didn't just start running; he starts like flipping, crushing it.
But he was in zone 2 training. He didn't understand it. He read the film Marathon.
Oh, he did.
He did, and he shared it with his group of guys.
Oh, wow.
And they were upset because how come girls don't take men? So so I kind of so he knew.
So you're basically really helping, almost coaching another group.
In some ways, but
In some
they
ways.
don't listen. But he really, on our long runs, he would do the zone 2, or else he would just run fast. And the 5Ks, the first 5K that we had was in Geneva, and I look at his heart rate like above 200, and I told him he can die, so on that. So, and he did read the film Marathon, and he does that, and he's very aware of his heart rate, and he got faster. I mean, he's faster than me, and so it's
What I love is that how you set such a good example for your family.
right. Yes. Well, yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And my son is
And your
running cross country.
Running cross country and
Yeah.
tearing it up.
Yep. Yeah. So that's one thing. He has a coach, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't.
so-
I don't coach my kids either.
Yeah. So, but he's doing well. And then I have my friend Jill is gonna start training. She's been swimming. She's telling me.
Yay, Jill! We can't wait to have you out with us.
Right. And so I think giving back, like what Christine is doing, giving back to the girls. At
What
first,
you're doing.
I was so amazed with Christine why she would charge girls right too much. She's like felt guilty, charging people for her services.
Dizzy's been my advocate. It's been appreciated.
I told her she should charge more, but it's good. But I think as a member of this group, I think we have responsibility to give back to the community. So
And I love the Pink for Purple we did for Pat.
we've done so much. We've done so much more than you can think of. With other members of our group, have personal tragic, events.
So we definitely will.
Yeah. We'll continue, and hopefully our group will continue to grow in a positive way, empowering women through the sports. So thank you, Christine.
Thank you,
I'm
Dizzy.
so lucky that I've met you and each
so
one of you.
lucky to have you as my friend.
Yeah,
It's been so
it's
much
been
fun
such
to
a
go
pleasure.
to so many races
I don't
together.
know where this road will take me, but I will continue to hang on in Christine's coattail.
Yes, no, but it's so fun to go to races together, right? And be there for each other in the mornings and the evenings, and
But it's fun to see your coach, how much she flies on those races. Like, and you just be amazed in how fast she is, and so humble, and so hopefully we'll have a good season next year, and we'll continue. If you guys need more support and have some more questions that you don't feel like being answered, I'm here, but Christine is always here for us.
yep.
And Linda Glenn.
And
where
Linda.
are you? Just kidding.
We missed you today. Where are you?
With Stewie.
Who's like most awesome husband award hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about, this is a hard question. What's your favorite memory from any of your races? I was thinking about this today, and I was like, I can think of so many things that I remember. My favorites from you.
I think my
It's gonna be
first
Steele.
race was my racing race with you. How you were in the finish line, just smiling, and just that was. And then,
I
believe it or not, the horrible hilly.
Oh, you rock that, girlfriend. You're so doing that this year, right?
I'm doing it. I was like, but it's horrible, but I'm inviting you to join me because I cried. I cried. I had tears. Then I had some ice cream. And that made it feel better. But
it's one of those challenging events that really push you to the edge of what you can do, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I
And it
told
makes
you
you
like
so much stronger on the bike.
you push my envelope, like if Christine would say it's gonna be fun, think twice, research it, elevation 7,000 feet,
and then look what you did.
I finished it.
So.
But she took care of me. She took care of me in every way she can possibly.
Well, you're pretty self-sufficient, Dyzzy. Yeah, you are. So it's been a fun journey.
So far, yes.
So far.
So far, I don't know.
Before this season. You didn't see your schedule this week, did you?
No, I didn't see it. I thought it was still rest day.
I'm just kidding.
But
it's off season.
it's gonna be fun, girls. So.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun year.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. You lose weight, you feel good, you feel stronger, more confident. You gain so much friends anywhere you go. In any races, everybody knows. Oh, somebody's calling us.
Oh.
Lily.
Oh. Okay.